There are moments when I close my eyes and imagine meeting you again, standing in front of you, reaching out, and gently pulling you toward me. That image feels so vivid, so real in my heart. But right after that comforting thought comes a wave of fear. What if, instead of holding me, you push me away? What if you walk away from me entirely? That thought haunts me. I keep asking myself, why is this happening? Why does something that felt so right now feel so fragile? I often sense that you can't fully read my thoughts, but you can feel the hesitation in me, especially when I try to message you, call you, or say what I truly feel face to face. I know you sense my nervousness, and I think that hesitation comes from guilt, deep guilt over the things I did, the mistakes I made that caused you pain. I admit, there were times when I was so caught up in my own confusion, pain, and emotional chaos that I failed to see what you were giving me: love, trust, and the kind of care that only comes once in a lifetime. And because of the hurt I caused, it's hard for me to face you now. But even harder would be the thought of losing you forever. If this connection we share were to die, I don't think I'd be able to carry that weight. What we had, what we have, was never meant to be temporary. Love is meant to grow, and what exists between us is something pure, something rare, something that doesn't deserve an ending like this. I hold on to the belief that time will bring us back together. Even though we're apart right now, I can feel that invisible thread still tying us together. It's painful being here without you. Some days I catch myself staring at photos, at memories, wondering if you're thinking about me too. I want to tell you something that's been on my heart: you look absolutely lovely when you're happy. There's a glow about you that's impossible to miss. When you smile or blush, it's like everything else fades away. You're beautiful in ways that words fall short of expressing. But I know I've hurt you. I know I made you cry, and I carry that guilt every single day. During the time I was making those mistakes, I was going through a lot emotionally. I didn't even understand myself fully, let alone know how to love someone the right way. Still, that doesn't excuse the pain I caused. I betrayed the love you gave so freely, and I carry that burden with me constantly. It's heavy. It's made me question who I was and who I want to become. I'm scared that you might never forgive me, and that thought terrifies me. But I also know I'm human. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect, but I am willing to change. In fact, I've already begun that journey. I've started doing the work to heal and grow, not just to win you back, but because it's the right thing to do, for both of us. At this point, there's no other option for me. Nothing else makes sense. No one else gives me the emotional depth, the sense of safety, the freedom to be myself the way you do. You saw parts of me that even I had forgotten existed. You made me feel understood in a way no one else ever has. You are so incredibly unique, so special to me. I've asked myself many times, where would I even go if I kept running away from you? My heart and soul always circle back to you. That constant pull I feel, it's not just longing or habit. I used to think it might be infatuation or nostalgia, but I was wrong. Now I understand what it really is: it's love. It's the deep kind, the kind that doesn't fade with time or distance. And I know you love me too. I felt it in the way you looked at me, in the way you listened, even in the way you challenged me to be better. What we have isn't something ordinary. Our bond, our connection, is something truly rare and real. It's not something that can be explained or compared. It just is. And I believe that kind of love doesn't just vanish. There was a time recently when I wanted to reach out to you. I had written the message and was about to hit send, but then I saw something online. I don't know the full story, but it looked like you had heard something from someone about me. The words you posted were full of hurt and anger, and I felt certain they were directed at me. That stopped me in my tracks. I knew then that maybe it still wasn't the right moment. But even as I backed off, the love didn't go away. I still think about you constantly. I still want to make things right. I don't expect everything to be perfect again overnight. I don't even expect immediate forgiveness. All I hope for is a chance, just one chance, to show you how much I've grown and how deeply I still love you. Whatever we shared is still alive in me, and I pray, deep down, it still lives somewhere in you too. Baby, today I feel like being just a little mischievous. There's something about this day, something playful in the air, that makes me want to tease you just a bit. I want to trouble you in my own silly way, maybe irritate you a little, just enough to see that spark in your eyes when you get mad. And then, when you can't take it anymore and you start scolding me with that adorable frown, I'll pull you close, shower you with kisses, and melt your anger away. I love you so deeply that sometimes it feels overwhelming. I adore those big, expressive eyes of yours, especially when they're filled with emotion, whether it's love, annoyance, or just that affectionate glance you give me without realizing it. I find so much joy in those small moments, like when you chase after me after I've annoyed you just a little. The laughter, the banter, the playfulness, it makes me feel alive and completely yours. Sometimes I imagine sneaking up behind you, wrapping my arms around your waist, lifting you up, and twirling you around while you giggle and pretend to be mad. Do you know what you really mean to me? You hold my entire heart in the palms of your hands, so gently, yet so securely. I often sigh without realizing it, just from the happiness that fills me when I look at you. I genuinely feel like the luckiest person on this planet. Every morning when I wake up and find you sleeping so peacefully beside me, or sometimes curled up in my arms, I realize that I am living my dream. My biggest wish, my heart's deepest desire, has come true, and that wish is simply to be with you, to have you as mine. Marrying you has been the single most beautiful decision of my life. You're not just my partner, you're my miracle, my angel. You have given me more than I ever thought possible. Your love, your warmth, your quiet strength, you have brought magic into my life. When you hug me tightly after a long day, I feel like I've stepped into heaven. There is a kind of peace in your arms that no words could ever truly describe. When you cup my face in your hands and look into my eyes with so much care and concern, I feel my heart overflow with emotion. Sometimes, tears well up in my eyes, not from sadness, but from the sheer gratitude I feel for having you in my life. There are so many moments when I hug you suddenly, for no apparent reason. It happens because I'm struck by this overwhelming realization that I have someone so precious, so irreplaceable. I know without a doubt that you are a blessing from God. I had no idea that married life could be this blissful, this joyful, this fulfilling. I often ask myself if I am doing enough, if I'm being as good a partner to you as you are to me. I truly hope I make your heart smile the way you make mine leap with happiness every single day. You amaze me constantly. Truly, hats off to you, my love. Nobody could love the way you do, with so much patience, so much kindness, and so much grace. You've seen me at my worst, and yet you've never turned away. You've stood by me, held my hand through everything, and never let me feel alone or abandoned. You have loved me without conditions, without complaints, and that kind of love is rare. I know I'm not an easy person. I can be stubborn, difficult, moody, and sometimes lost in my own flaws. But you've always looked past that. You've seen the good in me, even when I couldn't see it myself. Your love has helped me grow. Day by day, you've inspired me to be a better version of myself, not out of obligation, but because I want to deserve the kind of love you give so freely. I truly believe that God must love me an incredible amount to have given me you. I often wonder, how do you manage to love me this deeply, this patiently, even when I fall short? But then I stop asking, because the answer doesn't matter as much as the feeling of being loved by you. And trust me, I don't take it for granted. I carry that gratitude in my heart every single day. The life we have today, the joy, the laughter, the peace, it's all because of you. Your maturity, your sensibility, your calming presence, your emotional intelligence, all of it has shaped the love we share. I love you so much more than I can ever say in words. I want to grow old with you, to build memories that span decades, to hold your hand through every chapter of life. I hope we continue to love like this, laugh like this, and live like this, together, always.